What's up, everyone? It's the Ghost from the Ghost Corporation here today, and today we're back at it with episode 2 of our new series, Becoming Gren Maju, a series in which I, the Ghost, undergo a bit of a transformation to become not just a ghost, but to become the legendary Gren Maju de Aiza in real life. So, for those of you who didn't see the last episode, go ahead and check that out. We're going to leave a card somewhere, and then we're going to leave a link to the video in the description below. And if you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button and tapping the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Before we get into anything else, right now we are going to announce the giveaway winners from last episode. We're going to go ahead and announce them right now. So I just wanted to give a very special congratulations to House of Champs, Paolo Picone, Coded Duelist, Annoying Lizard, Seto Mursa, Christopher McIntosh, Joe McMahon, Adam, Will, and I Am Idiot, which I guess I am for giving away 10 display cases of Ghosts from the Past. Thank you to everyone who entered, and stick around for some more exciting giveaways. Alright, thank you for everyone who participated in the Ghosts from the Past giveaway, and we will go ahead and make sure we're messaging you guys. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on the Instagram page at the Ghost Corporation YuGiOh, and that's how we're going to be able to contact you easily. Some of you, I have contact information other ways, so it's okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. First thing, we're actually going to go under a format change, just like how YuGiOh does. You know, every couple of months ban list comes out, and then every other couple of months they actually do something with the ban list. We're actually going to undertake a format change. So instead of it just being random sections, we are going to actually go ahead and break each video up into 3 different sections. One section is going to be for YuGiOh specifically. So we're going to go over the deck, we're going to go over some replays, we're going to go over my thoughts on the Gren Maju deck in general. The second portion is going to be going over my physical aspects, so physically getting to the point where I'm looking like the Gren Maju. Gren Maju, if you don't already know, is a pretty strong card. Like, if you look at him, if you look at the art of that card, it's pretty too strong. So we're gonna go ahead and try to emulate that in real life. He's not too huge, but he is definitely built. The third part is actually going to be going over my mental health and a couple of things that, you know, I'm working on, you know, mentally, because it's not just about the brain or the brawn, even though I just said mental. I'm more talking about like emotional well-being and just making sure that we are all good, you know, because YuGiOh can be stressful, life can be stressful, but we want to take a second to, you know, check in, and I want to go ahead and check in with you guys, the viewers, you know, comment section below, and see how you guys are doing, and I'm going to go ahead and update y'all on mine. So those are the 3 sections that we're going to be going over in every single video. That's how our videos are going to be put out for this new series. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the actual meat and potatoes of the video. Since the last video, the deck has gone under a couple of different changes, and when I say a couple, I mean it looks completely different now than it did before, not even gonna lie to you. We went through a danger list, we went through a hand trappy kind of, not even hand trappy, kind of just break your board type deck. Like, it was just break your board Maju, and we even went through a Dogmatico version. It's crazy, and we're gonna go ahead and plot those lists up right now, and we're gonna talk about them. So first up, we have that danger list. That danger list was pretty much just deep draw the deck and then just spam rank 8s, and that's pretty much all this is. I liked it in terms of if you were playing solitaire, but like, you're playing YuGiOh, so you're actually trying to interact with your opponent a little bit more, and it's very susceptible to hand traps. I don't really like this build in that way, but in a very like simplified format where people are just not playing stuff, I guess. Like, if you want to play casual Gren Maju, I think that's a pretty good build, realistically, but I don't think you should ever take that build to anything higher than the locals, personally. Then we have our Break Your Board Maju. I liked it. The issue I had with it This is kind of close to Yishan's build. We kind of switched a couple different things, me and my coach Ryan from Duelist Academy actually. So here is the issue with this one. If your opponent does not set up a board for your break your board Maju, it does not really function well on its own, and I've learned that the hard way. If your opponent doesn't give you materials for Super Poly, you can't Super Poly. If they end on seals, you can't, alpha. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's such a weird deck because it's so good at breaking boards, but like finishing the game is just it's so tough. And so I think what we really needed to do was create a grind game scenario, which is so weird to say for Gren Maju. I don't think Gren Maju should typically be a grindy thing, but in this format, I think it actually had to switch up and become a lot more grindy. That's just me. And then we get to the Dogmatica one. And this is the one that I've been using most recently and have actually had the most success with. The other ones, they weren't right for this format. They're not incorrect, they are just not right for this format. This one is more of a, I'm going to stun and kill you in my own time. That is pretty much what this version is. I like it personally. There are some things that conflict, like having Super Poly, but at the same time, if Invoke can do it, if you can play Invoke Dogma, why can't you play Gren Maju Dogma or Dogma Maju? Dogma Maju, exactly. I love it. Why can't you, right? Exactly. So we go ahead and we made this. I like it. I'm gonna be using this for a bit. Slight alterations here and there. There are obviously some spice that you're gonna be seeing right now. Yeah, I like that spice, but keep it a secret. It's like, nah, we're a YouTuber. How is anything gonna stay a secret at all? Anyways, that is it actually for the Gren Maju section. We just wanted to go ahead and update you on the decks that the style of decks, sorry, that we are using for this right now. And we're going to update this as we go along, but that is the Gren Maju portion out of the way. Let's go ahead and go into the physical portion. We are now on to the second portion, which is our physical aspects of becoming Gren Maju. So, I know I haven't really explained what it is that we're going for when I say become the Gren Maju, but let's go ahead and take a look at the art of Gren Maju really quickly. We're going to throw it up on the screen. So if you notice, Gren Maju is not actually super hulked out. He's not phenomenal cosmic power, bolt firepower type thing. No, he's actually quite slender. But the beauty of it is that he's undeniably one of the strongest, and when I say strongest, I'm talking about attack points, monsters in the game. He can be the strongest monster in the game with the proper training. That is what we are actually going for. We are trying to balance it out so that we are secretly strong, and like people just underestimate, and they're just like, we don't want to be walking around super bulked out. That's fine for you if that's your physical goals, but for me personally, I just don't like that aesthetic on me. I kind of like to be a lot more, not slender, but like toned, so that you see every single muscle extremely defined. That's what I want, the definition. And so we were hitting the gym a lot. A couple of things actually happened where we could not hit the gym for about 2 weeks. And at the time of uploading this video, we're still actually unable to physically hit the gym. It's unfortunate, but the beauty of it is we are not necessarily needing the gym, because the gym is wherever our body is at. That's the beauty of calisthenics. That's what I have been pretty much doing the entire time, as well as keeping up with my cardio. For some of you who may know, I actually do practice martial arts seriously, and that is one of the best forms of cardio for me. And that's how you just, keep that body fat percentage down. I actually did end up losing 3 pounds this entire month. I did have to stop doing Uber Eats, which is the way that I, make my money to go ahead and make these videos. I actually had to quit doing that for about 2 weeks. It's going to be another 2 weeks before I can even start back up doing that, because we'll go over that in the mental health section of this video. But a couple of things actually happened. where I'm unable to physically do too much, but we still want to keep up and make sure everything's right. As well as physically working out, that's only about 20% of whatever. That's just keeping us, keeping our muscle there. We're actually also making sure that we're eating pretty healthily. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, and I say follow me, who are friends with me on Facebook, you actually know I've been posting like my breakfasts and stuff, and just a couple of different things. I actually made sure that I fixed my diet, worked on my diet, because that's what's going to actually cause a lot of the body fat to, drop and supplement the muscle. So I'm eating a lot more balanced now, not necessarily a specific diet, because I don't like the idea of a specific diet. I do just think if you eat a very balanced meal, like an actual balanced meal, whatever works for you, to make sure that you're full, but at the same time your body's getting the right amount of nutrients and vitamins and minerals. Yeah, as long as all that's good, then you're gonna be good. The third leg of the stool of fitness, that's by Jack's Blade, by the way, if you haven't seen him before. Anime fitness guy on YouTube. I'll leave a link to his stuff in the description below. Yeah, so the third leg of that stool of fitness is getting the proper rest. I've actually been able to recently get a lot of rest, and it's actually shifting my schedule a bit, so now I am it also helps my mental. I'm a lot more aware. Resting is just kind of your body's like healing process, and if you're working hard and like breaking all that down, you need time to heal. So that is why I am emphasizing sleep is very important, because no matter how much you work out, if you're not eating, if you're not sleeping right, it's not going to be working out for you. So right now I'm actually feeling pretty good. We're going to go ahead in the next video, we're going to go ahead and update you on the actual like physical aspects, the actual physical results from it, at least thus far. I did want to give it a little bit so that we had a nice starting and then a nice, midway through point, and, just to make it a little bit more entertaining and suspenseful. Anyways, that's it for this part. We're going to go ahead and move on to the mental health portion coming up right now. So now we've reached the mental health portion of the video, and this is where it's going to get a lot more real. Everything else is still real, of course, but this is a tough one. The month of March was a very tough time for me. I had a couple of traumatic events occur, and April has been kind of that recovery month for me. I haven't really been able to work because I've been so like in my own head. So a lot of the videos that came out during this time were not, in my opinion, my best. I am sorry for that. And we're trying to go ahead and improve our quality, especially because we're almost at 1,000 subs. I'm so grateful for all of you. My whole thing is I am not trying to stay in that same headspace for very long. I understand that not every day we can be, let's go. But I want to make sure, like, during the days that I'm not feeling that I actually am able to handle it without being any extreme type of thing. I have a tendency to go to the extremes for a lot of different things, but I'd rather not do that as much as possible. So mainly what I've been going through is kind of just trying to find my own version of balance. I know that's a concept, not really familiar to some of you who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of the concepts in Yu-Gi-Oh! These cards are just not that balanced sometimes, but I'm trying to find my own version of balance where I'm not having to cling to these extremes just for the safety of my own, whatever, the security. I don't want to feel secure in these extremes. I want to feel secure in the balance between them. So that is kind of where I'm going at this point in time. And I encourage everyone to go ahead and do that themselves, find their personal balance, whatever works. That can be with school, that can be with work, that can be with just socializing with people in general. For me, that's kind of, yeah, the more socializing aspect. Everything else kind of balances itself out for me. I don't really have to worry about, you know, where my money's coming from all the time. I don't really have to worry about my education too much because I'm always making sure I'm educated. These are just things that I take care of myself regardless, and they just become instinctual. What I'm trying to do is make the social aspect of that, you know, actually become instinctual, and I'm just instinctively able to handle any situation that comes across. I understand that things happen, and things that happen can be out of our control a lot of the times. And so that's another thing I'm personally going to be working on, and releasing that control and understanding that I can't, you know, do something about every single thing. Again, finding that balance, because believe me, I may be able to hold it up on what you're seeing, but behind the cameras, it's tough keeping it together sometimes. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna be able to make it through a lot of these years. Like recently, I've had a lot of help from a lot of different people, my friends, my family, and then I also encourage seeking professional help sometimes, because that really does do a lot. I am going to cut that here, and that's all we're going to go into for today, because I don't want to like drone on for another 10 minutes talking about just that. But I do want to say I encourage you to find that balance for yourself, and I encourage you to go ahead and, you know, if you need to, seek professional help, especially if for some reason you like the feet ash more than the forehead ash. I don't understand what is wrong with you, but you need some help. All right, that's enough. But on a serious note, yeah, if you do need professional help, definitely there's a lot of different sources out there. Headspace is actually a very cool app that I started using. I've been kind of slacking on it, which explains a lot, but I think it's a very helpful app. And if you have any like religious preferences, definitely go ahead and you can go ahead and talk to whoever your religious leaders are, or even just delve more into your religion, because honestly that helps as well. Believe me, help with me. But that's just me. That's my own personal journey. I want you to go ahead and look for your own personal journey. I said look for it, but embrace your own personal journey, and, you know, just have a good time. So I want to know, how are you guys doing with your mental health? Let me know in the comment section below, and, you know, we can have a nice little conversation. You don't have to go into detail. I know I'm just a random guy on YouTube, you know, big funny man on YouTube. I don't know, but I want to talk to you guys. I want to actually interact with you, see how you guys are doing, and that's about it. Brings this episode to a close. How did you like it? Let me know in the comment section below as well. Again, those giveaway winners, definitely, you know, message me somehow. Most of you I have actually already messaged by the time this video is going up, just letting you know. But yeah, just go ahead and contact us. Comment down below if I don't have your contact stuff, and also follow us on the Instagram page, because that's how you're going to contact us easily. So this is actually going to be a very simple series. All we're going to do is try to become, you know, strong, simple, and, you know, balanced. That's all we're going to be pretty much doing in this series. Again, thank you for watching. This has been the Ghost from the Ghost Corporation, coming at you with the Becoming Gren Maju episode 2. I don't really have much else to say. And stick around for the next one.